all over again. Hello, everybody, my fellow LinkedIn professionals. Welcome back to my Amazon Leadership Principles series. I'm here today to help prep you for your job interview with, I get a lot of Amazon, Google, Facebook, basically the companies that I have worked for as well as startup. Let's not undermine the power of the Amazon leadership principle and how to tackle that in creating a strong storytelling. Yes, you know, I'll talk about the STAR method, but there's a purpose to that, right? I wanted to make sure that you guys are getting the best value of your time with me. If you missed my last week's training on, hang on a second, customer obsessions, I talked about how to create your story in answering behavioral questions with the customer in mind and how powerful that is in acing your interview with the employers. The second thing I talked about was ownership. Narrow down on your top 3 projects that you have take full ownership with, and how do you really ace again your job interviewed by making sure that you're answering to the right environment for the position that you're interviewing for. If you haven't met yet, my name is Holly. I'm an ex-Amazon recruiting leader. I'm also the founder of the Career Accelerator Masterclass, where I've helped and have a great privilege of working with tech leaders who are going through a crossroad in their career to regain their confidence and training to land their ideal job and not just get a job to pay the bills. Okay. So the program is designed with you in mind to roadmap and get you kickstart in the right career path. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification. I do provide a weekly career strategies and best practices, so you don't want to miss those episodes. Okay. If you're here, I would love to hear from you. Let me know, where you're from. I can see your, yay, I can actually see your little icon. I'm so happy. This is my third live stream, and with trials and error, I'm finally getting it through. I can actually see who's jumping on, so that gets me really motivated and excited. If you have questions during this broadcast, list them down right here. But if you can hear me right now, give me a thumbs up or give me a little clap, so I know that you're still with me. Keep in mind the information that I'm providing for you. One, they're all based on my personal experience of my time, not just the 6 years I've spent at Amazon, but the few years I've spent at Google, and I've also have a startup recruiting background as well. Okay, so don't think that this is all about Amazon, just getting a job at Amazon. In the technical environment, the type of questions, as I mentioned in the last video, are very similar. I'm just trying to tackle. So with that said, hiring managers are not just looking to learn how you achieve your results, but they are evaluating to see if you can go in depth while delivering your results. That's a key, okay? And having the leadership traits that employees must have for all organization. And you know, this is not just for Amazon. Keep in mind, for organization to scale is essential to hire the right people, not just the right people with the skills. So Amazon's delivery results means, and this is specifically, you can find all of this online on google.com. There are so many endless amount of resources in the Amazon leadership principle core value. Okay. The leaders focus on key inputs for their business and deliver them with the right quality in the timely fashion. Despite setbacks, they rise to occasion and never settle. And that is so true. And that should be the same aptitude or attitude for all organizations, not just Amazon. All right. So even if you're not a people manager, you should be able to have the same aptitude. Why? Because great leaders are often those who don't think about leading people or want to be the boss of. They want to focus on the end results, the project, what it took to get there by going above and beyond and scaling it long term. That's a great leader. The great leaders I have had an opportunity to work with and support in my career are ones who were not even asking to be a people manager, but they were asked to step up because as an individual contributor, they have demonstrated their leadership skills of influencing others in order to meet the end results. So here's a quick bonus tip for you guys. In preparing to create your story to answer these behavioral questions around delivering, I know I'm kind of working a little bit backward here. And funny thing is, that's actually the Amazon leadership philosophy. Maybe I'm still a little bit too Amazonian in my genes. So why do we start with the how? Because the how will allow you to be able to brainstorm and bring back the awesome strategies that you put together in creating the what, okay, and the why. So how your action led to the positive results. You can defer this to my star methods. This is really from the last 2 weeks. And I talk about the 60-second elevator pitch. It makes more sense a little bit, okay? And why I talked about this. Actually, I don't need this anymore. So you can defer to that, the STAR method, how you really take a moment to pause and think about your experience. When you think about being overwhelmed or stressed out, you know you've done the work and you're most likely going to ace the job interview. It should come right away. I'm a true believer if you do things that you love and you really enjoy your environment. If not, you, because you care about the environment, your team, or whatever nature that may be, you will be so creative in tackling those obstacles or those challenges. What are you most proud of? And take two of that apart and start writing the why, the how, that would create a lot of the opportunity for you to start filling in the blanks using the STAR methods, okay? You can find most of the questions and answer by researching on Glassdoor. Yes, Glassdoor. I will do this in every single one of my live broadcasts because I can't say enough how important it is for everything to be on the World Wide Web. Why am I still talking about this? I have had so many messages on LinkedIn private messages still. By the way, if you're doing that, I love to hear from you. I love to know what you're struggling with. If you could leave it in the comment section, either on LinkedIn or in my YouTube video, that way I can capture all of your questions and create a video like this to provide all of the answer. Why? Because everyone is struggling with the exact same thing. Okay. So rather than being redundant, I wanted to cascade to as many people as I can to help you. The one thing that I've heard over and over and over again is, how do you deliver results? It could be very vague, right? And sometimes interview questions are vague for a reason, because hiring authority or business leaders want to just kind of sit back, relax, and see how you communicate, how you articulate your answer, and do you already have it down, right? This is what I mean by star, 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 star methods. Once you have that down, you rewrite it once, rewrite it 2 times, 3 times, 10 times. So how do you deliver results? I like to share one of my favorite from the University of Washington faculty team, and that is, tell us about a position you've held that provided you the greatest amount of experience in, and what is it that you like about it? When you're answering the questions, even though the question can be very vague, don't just give them a 1 line or 2 line. Do not go more than 60 seconds. And I talk about that on my 60-second elevator pitch tutorial as well, along with the template. All right. So you have to be very cautious and concise about that. And here's an example of how I would answer this question. At XYZ company, I was fortunate to be able to wear multiple hats, which open up a lot of responsibility and decision making for XYZ or ABC projects. And by doing X tasks, I deliver results by increasing the productivity by XYZ number. Okay, for the STAR method, it actually gives you all of my steps to teach you how to tackle all of them. I did receive a couple questions from you guys that asked me if I could give you a real live example for every single one of the behavioral questions. And the reason why I haven't done that is because most of them, if not all, they're on Glassdoor. Okay. I have so many videos on my interview strategies playlist in my channel that actually show you exactly where to get that. If you're a software engineer, are you a data scientist? Are you a program manager? Are you an engineering leader? Even mobile engineer? I have an example for all of those. So go check that out later. For individual contributors, tell me about time when you were able to preserve through setbacks and overcome obstacles to deliver outstanding results. Now, when you're answering interview questions, you have to keep in mind on what will make you stick out. You could be like the 100 people they have interviewed for the same role. So you don't want to sound like everybody else. And as you're answering other questions, always think about ways that you can stand out. What you're here, what can bring you to up here. Okay. So another bonus tip is you should answer this question with positivity and how you leverage others to get their buy-ins to achieve the results. Okay, buy-ins and collaboration is huge. It's also your persuasive background. If you are in a senior position, you don't have to manage people, right? If you are even some of, I've seen a lot of the mid-level wanting to go to a senior position and then principal if you're not interested to be a people manager. It's really important for you to demonstrate the skill that you can persuade other. So when you pull in your example and how you leverage other cross-functional team or partner to gain their trust or their buy-in for the result, that's an added bonus for you. Okay, so here's what I would love to do. I know that some of you are here. Hi, guys. Leave me a comment. Put a yes if you have an example in mind already, and give me a no if you're stuck. I can tell that there's a delay on my LinkedIn profile and between that and my software. So do that. Let me know a yes or a no. And for those who say no, I have personal example in the star video as well to walk you through all of that again, step by step, column by column. Okay. I'm sure that you have a few example under your sleeve somewhere. So think about the top two greatest results that you went above and beyond to deliver those outstanding results. What's your story about? It sounds like an awesome opportunity to fix, right? This is a cool problem to solve. Great, because that's what I want to feel if I'm interviewing you. If you're telling me in opening up what the situation is, wonder what fall apart and how did this person end up fixing it. So that's what you want it to do for the interviewer. Okay. Now, write down the top three tasks that needed in order to achieve the results. How or what is your action plan to resolve this challenge that made it outstanding? Not solving the problem again. What made you stood out? Describe the overall impact and results. Here's the key takeaway to help you answer all the behavioral interview questions, even for non-tech positions. That is correct. If you can give me a thumbs up if you like this content, please do share it with those who can benefit from it and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, let's take a look here. Hi, Donta. Hey, David. So good to see you. My biggest supporter. Hey, Jerry. How are you? Hi, Tyler. I have some returning face. I love it. Hey, Denshell. Hey, Nee. Hey, everybody. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So the recap of this, along with all the link, I don't know how else to explain this. This is a hobby to me. It's not just a job. When I come on live, LinkedIn or YouTube doesn't pay for me to do that. I have a passion to help technical professionals. I am all tech. I live tech, breathe tech, talk tech. I even got a tech degree. That's my first degree. So I love and I get really jazzed coming on here for you guys